Why my cam gotta do that? Every time we start, it wants to act up. We're back, we're live. Let's get this thing color balanced so I don't look all yellow. There we go, camera. That's a little better. All right. All we're doing tonight, the only thing on the menu, Sidonia or bust. We're gonna either take out Mars or we're gonna lose. Because this is an Iron Man playthrough, and the last mission is win or lose, and we can't reload. We go and we die, the whole campaign's a loss. So it's all on the line right here. We're gonna have a little bit of time before we go just because one of our best soldiers is wounded. And he's got 24 days of recovery. We're not gonna do any ships in that time frame. We're gonna build a couple more things we need to take with us. We're gonna let him get healed. And then we either win or lose. So let's get into it. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. I'm pumped. This is either going to be emotionally devastating or it's going to be amazing. Either way, it's going to be amazing because I've gotten to play it in front of all you awesome people. So, the reason we're delaying just a little bit, this Colonel, who's got a 97 psi strength and good stats otherwise, 34 days. I thought it was 24, but 34. We're going to kill that time super fast. All we're going to do is make a few things, let him get healed. I looked at some of the replacements to see if there was someone else we could sub in. This was the best I had as far as psi strength, but their firing accuracy is just abysmal. And I really don't want to take anyone with less than 80 psi strength. This guy was close, but he's only a rookie. And then another rookie, yeah. So, we really want that soldier healed. So, what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to make a couple things. I thought about it, and I want to take a hover tank launcher instead of two heavy tank or hover tank plasmas. We lost both of our plasmas anyway in another mission, so... Oh, and the laser tank, which I'm debating taking the tank or not. I might take two hover tank plasmas, a hover tank launcher, and then actually a couple heavy plasmas. 37%. Jeez, I'm 100% through mine, but it's obviously a lot smaller. So the reason we're potentially, or we are taking some form of laser weaponry to the final mission is because of the sectopods. Now, we haven't actually fought any sectopods in this entire campaign because... we didn't do very many ethereal missions, so I'm actually going to do this. I've got another production base with more engineers. So over here, it should only take them about half a day to make a hover tank launcher. Except that apparently they don't have the resources to do it. Seriously? Ah, they're short on Illyrium. Okay, we're making it here. That makes that an easy call. So, hover tank launcher... So this essentially is a blaster launcher on the chassis of a hover tank. Very armored, very mobile, but it does significantly less damage than an actual blaster launcher. Blaster launcher's damage is 210 high explosive. This is only 140, but it gives us the scouting opportunity as well, and it doesn't have to reload, and it can carry 8 shots per deployment, which is more than a soldier's going to generally be able to carry. So it has a niche purpose, and it can go toe-to-toe with sectopods and do okay. Ship I just beat had 6 power sources. Oh, nice. And what we'll do over here is we will make 2 heavy lasers, which are not great weapons, but they have a very niche purpose. And that is to fight these sectopods. We're going to put them on 2 good shooters, and they're going to help take out the sectopods. Now, blaster launchers do pretty good against sectopods, but I don't want to rely on any one thing. I want to have multiple ways to beat whatever we may run into here. Well, we know what we'll run into. I know the exact number and deployment of aliens we're going to face here, because while their positioning is random, the number is guaranteed for a superhuman Sidonia assault. So let me see. Just trying to make sure I have everything in mind on what I need to make. I need to make at least 16 bombs for this thing, and then I need to make 2 hover tank plasmas. QD? Why is my brain not following what QD is? Let's see. Quick draw. Starscream! Holy crap! Thank you so much for that tier 1 subscription. That is amazing. Quick draw slot? No, there is not a quick draw slot. I've seen that on your playthrough, and I actually wondered what it was. And now that you've said that, that makes sense. Where you can put like a sidearm. But yeah, thank you so much, Starscream. You guys are freaking amazing. But yeah, there's no quick draw slot in standard XCOM, but the blaster launcher soldiers will carry a pistol. I'll probably just make a couple plasma pistols, or looking through my bases, I don't think I have any, I've sold them all. But that way they've got something to defend themselves, because this is a 2-stage mission that is back-to-back. So, and I did medkits, right? Yeah, I've got 10 medkits, because we want to have enough medkits. We want plenty of blaster bombs, because they're going to use a lot on the initial deployment. You know, laser pistols wouldn't be bad, but I'm not 100% sure. The laser... So, a sectopod takes 150% damage from a laser weapon. Let's take a quick look. We've got a little bit of time here anyway, so let's do this. XCOM... Weapons and equipment. Laser pistol. So what's a laser pistol's damage? 46, so it'll do 150% of that, so it'll do 92 and 23, so 100 and whatever that is, 105 damage on a shot. And they have more than that on front armor. If you hit them from the back or the sides, they... I don't know if a laser pistol can damage a sectopod or not. A laser rifle can, but it might just be under the threshold. A laser pistol could probably do it, but it would take a lot of shots. And those guys better have blaster launchers, you know, ammo left anyway. Because those are the only people I'd put the pistols on. I may give them plasma pistols just in case they run into a muton or a chrysalid, because there's 5 chrysalids in the interior of the final mission as well. So we'll do a little bit busy work, give a couple people hopefully some time. I know there's some folks that are going to want to catch this. So we lost a soldier, and then a soldier died, or got wounded. So we actually need to find one replacement here. So we do need one replacement, because I forgot we lost a rookie. The guy who had 100 psi strength. This is probably going to be the closest we get. This bravery sucks, but this psi strength is pretty good. I think there's another 90-something here. 94. Way better bravery. They don't have great reactions, but I could just use them as kind of a scout. 94 and 20 is pretty good. So psi skill, I was catching myself up because I'm a little outdated on some info. Psi skill does help with your side defense, but it's a very minimal... So this guy, for example, if you're being assaulted by a psionic attack, 100% of your psionic strength is calculated towards it, and 20% of your psionic skill is counted towards it. Yeah, 1 for 5. Every 5 points in psionic skill gives you 1 point towards your defense. So, Superhuman Ironman is sick. This has been a great stream to watch. Thank you so much. And we're going to start TFTD tomorrow, which I am simultaneously thrilled to start and dreading doing horribly on. Now, I won't lie. If you go back and look at some of my earliest VODs, we didn't succeed right away starting this again. I hadn't played in 4 years. I think it took us 3 campaigns before we kind of got some traction going, so... I'm expecting a little bit of difficulty there, too. So this guy, 9420, we might wind up taking him. He's not an ideal soldier. He has no training. We could do one ship, you know, to get him up to sergeant before we go. But we could do a ship, we risk losing a soldier. But if we do a small ship, no risk. We just blaster launcher, and we're good to go. Yeah, the underwater weapons are somehow even worse than XCOM 1's starting weapons, because they have way less ammo. Yeah, I did get wiped a couple times. It was, I rewatched the VOD earlier of when we lost in this run our primary Skyranger with my favorite commander. That hurt my heart. Like, I cared about that unnamed... I remember her name. The last name was Hubinska. That's the only soldier whose name I, like, remember besides Colonel Legrand, just because his name stands out. This soldier's pretty good. We're going to take this guy right here. And we might do, like, a small ship where there's no risk of losing anyone, because we won't even leave the ship. We'll just have him fire at an alien, and then we'll get out of there. Because then he'll get sergeant rank, which is a good enough improvement. Everyone should have flying... Ah, see? Yeah, this is why we check. You don't need that. You need a flying suit. Alright. Let me make sure we don't forget what we were doing. That's the hover tank launcher. These guys are making the 2 heavy plasma... or heavy lasers. And then... they've only got a little bit of Illyrium, but they've probably got enough Illyrium that we could queue up the plasma pistols. Did I even research plasma pistols? It looks like I never even did. I sold off all my plasma pistols before ever even researching them. That's hilarious, actually. I never even researched a plasma pistol. I thought I'd researched them all. Maybe they just never had... I don't know. Maybe they don't have the resources. All right. So, we're killing time so that Colonel, whatever his name is, heals up. If we shoot down a small ship like this, large scout floaters, we're going to shoot this down. We're going to get that rookie a rank real fast. Where was this going? North America. We are doing Sidonia tonight. This is a bonus stream solely for the purpose of either winning or losing. I am not nervous about potentially failing on the last mission. Because while I do have psionically strong troops, I haven't done psi training with them. And I could have on some of them, and it would help a little bit. But if you get 100 points in psi skill, it only contributes 20 points to your psi defense. Whereas if you have a 97 psi strength, it's contributing 97. So it takes a long time for psi skill to matter. At distance, with 80 plus, they're going to be pretty safe for mind control. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but I'll have to make note of who has the lowest numbers, and they might be the bait for us, in a way, for the psi attacks to try to land on them, because they'll still be pretty resistant, and we can... Distance matters for psi attacks. Every 2 squares you are from an opponent, 1 point goes in your favor for defending against the psionic attack. So the further we are from them, the better we are to defend, so we can use our blaster launchers in range. I do want to get eyes on the brain if possible, though. I want everyone who, you know, you've probably all seen it, but I know a couple people have maybe even never even seen it outside of a video, but I want to get a soldier in that room and see the brain before we wipe it out. Because everyone dies anyway, so... They've got 1 tank on board. That's enough for what we need to do, because this is just a small ship. We're going to wait till we hit that in the daytime. I'm not doing it at night. There's no reason to risk extra stuff. Now, I'm just going to take a quick look again. Yeah, no plasma pistol. I somehow just missed it and sold them all off, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. But, I realistically would have preferred to have a couple as defensive measures for our blaster launcher guys, but we're just gonna hope that they have enough blaster bombs. Now, another way that you can take out sectopods that is actually very effective is with small launchers. Stun damage is actually quite effective against sectopods, which is weird because they're robots. I don't get it, but it's gotta be just a function of like how explosives are useful against terror units, large terror units, or HWPs. Even if they're fairly resistant to explosive damage, it hits them 4 times, because it hits all 4 of their squares. So, those weapons can be more effective. Now we have another option for a ship that's closer to, so we may just, if we can knock this down, this is just Snake Men in a tiny ship. Yeah, we might just do this. We're not putting anybody but the rookie at risk, and a tank, potentially, so let me roll that today. These guys are still making this... Okay, they're almost done with that hover tank launcher. Cool. I don't need it, but now they can make the bombs for it. We need 16 bombs. 8, because he could use up to 8 on the surface, and then 8 in the actual deployment. HWP fusion bombs. These things are not efficient. Unless you have a ton of Illyrium, or you're doing it like me, where you're taking it to the final mission, you don't want to use Illyrium making these if you can avoid it. That's why... These things have a niche in base defense, because if you put an HWP in a base that requires ammo, even if you don't have the ammo, it gets fully stocked. And so you get these weapons for free. So putting those as base defenders is great, because they essentially have a slightly weaker blaster launcher, and it's free ammo. Avenger 1. We're 1 troop short of full deployment here, because... the colonel, one of the colonels, is wounded. This is just Snake Men in a tiny ship. This is the rookie we want the stats on. I just remembered. It puts them at the back, doesn't it? Okay, no, it doesn't. They're right behind the tank. See? Okay, they are. Cool. Alright. I don't care about this tank laser cannon. I'd rather it not die. This happened last night, too. Like, the moment we moved out. Wow, ship's right there. Our tank, our hover tank took, I counted, 11 reaction fire shots and somehow survived. So, that was pretty cool. Where's the other one? Okay. Wow, do we have an intact power supply? I mean, there's at least a chance because there's no hole in the roof. Do you have a smoke, rookie? You do. I should have put this in your hand, but it doesn't matter. You're not walking out this turn anyway. Since I really only need that rookie to kill one of these guys, I'll try a shot. Nice shot, tank. See, this tank wants its place in the final mission. I just don't know if it's going to get it. I think the hover tanks are going to be better for scouting and soaking damage. And if we take a couple heavy lasers on, you know, people like... I know I've got a couple good shooters here. Well, we'll look at it in a minute. Actually, let's smoke inside the bay, or inside the ship. And I'll have to make sure my inventories are ready to go before we, you know, that everybody's properly and fully stocked up in their inventory before we go to the final mission. That dude just jumped off the roof and shot the tank. He's trying to be Snake Man Rambo. Back up, son. This ain't your place. That tank is surviving. It's like, screw you guys. Where did that guy go? Jumped off the roof and took off. Alright, tank. Your time to shine, because you're probably getting left in a base somewhere after this mission. Alright, so this is what we're going to do here. This rookie just needs to shoot at an alien to get his squatty promotion. Ideally, kill one. I think he has to hit, actually. Not just shoot, but hit. Cool. And now he can step back into the ship, and then we can, you know, use the old reliable to get rid of our friends over here. That was 3. You're gonna miss the brain! Sorry, man, I have to be ready! This is just, we had to do this to train one rookie because we lost a rookie yesterday, so we need him to get his sergeant ranking. Hey, man. It's gonna be a good. You might, you know, the only thing you might miss is me getting wiped out. That's a distinct possibility. And if we lose there, that's it. There's no second chance. Here we go. Alright, tank, let's see if you make it through this. No! It's not gonna... Oh my god, it lived. What? That tank has no health. Take him out! Take him out! Oh, alright, rookie. You're gonna do some fancy shooting here, Rook. You're gonna blast away the wall. Blaster launchers get mine. Shut up! You better stop it, Hellraiser. I've had enough bad luck this playing this game again. I don't need you jinxing me with that nonsense. I'm gonna make sure those blaster launchers go on high size strength people. Hey, we got a power supply. Good final ship for the campaign, because we're not going to another one. Did that guy not get a promotion? I needed to fire another sergeant. I'm 1 over on sergeants. Alright, bud. Am I gonna have to do another ship just to get him sergeant? Really? Is that what's about to happen? Do I have to fire a sergeant somewhere? I want him to be a sergeant, damn it. You. Get out. He would have gotten promoted straight to sergeant there, but I didn't realize I was full. Well, we shot down 2 ships, so... we got there at night! Okay. Here, put this in your hand. Good thing about tanks, too. They heal completely. They don't have healing time like soldiers, so... Alright. Nice, rookie. At least you got it out of the ship. Half the time these people can't do that. Yeah, we'll go through and we'll finalize the inventories. We'll make sure the blaster launchers are on strong enough people who are also some of our Highest size strength soldiers. Stop shooting my tank, you scumbags. That tank's dead. Yeah. You know what? I don't even know where this guy was. No clue. Let's not do that way. Let's step forward. I was about to shoot the Avenger and really ruin this. I feel like he was right around there. Nope. I either missed or somehow he survived. He could have been flying too, and I hit the ground, so... Getting used to missions after you get demoralized and like 10 night op medals. Yeah. Alright. Are you kidding me, game? That's the rookie! That's the fuck? Really? We even smoked in here. We threw a smoke in the ship and it didn't go off. Like, how did it go off up here? So he threw a grenade and somehow it glitched onto the roof of the Avenger. And that rookie got killed because of it. XCOM, what are you doing to me? What is this shenanigans right here? Seriously? Seriously? Like, I'm not here for any reason. Someone else got the sergeant rank now. Son of a bitch. Like, come on, game. I'm trying to get one rookie. You know, Well, who's the other guy with 90-something? Alright. Aliev. The game is just reminding me of exactly what game it is before I get to the end. That smoke grenade glitched onto the exterior of the Avenger and smoked the roof instead of the interior of the ship, where the soldier would have then been perfectly safe. They wouldn't have been able to shoot at him. But no. The game has to game. We'll leave the asterisk on him for now, since it marks him for what we need. They're making HWP fusion bombs, and they finished making the heavy lasers, so we'll transfer those. Hopefully we have room, otherwise we'll have to make space. It's going to tell me I don't have room, is what it's about to do. Not enough space. Yeah, see? Because I haven't sold anything for a while, and they're probably sitting on, like, a ton of crap that they don't need. Alien food, navigation, power sources, corpses. More heavy plasmas than they'll ever use, and we're almost done with the game, so we'll just sell off everything we're not taking with us before we go, just to maximize the profit before we take off. For now, should give us enough space. Nope, we're still way over. These are taking up definite space. Don't need all these. We're not taking that many. And we're not taking small launchers. As useful as they can be against sectopods, we have other plans for facing those. And we don't need all the blaster launchers. We'll keep 4 more. We'll keep all the bombs. I may take up to 4. Son of a bitch, we're still over. It's the armor. The armor always takes up space. Here, just transfer all these power suits. They don't have enough storage space. Transfer. I know what I'm doing. I seriously do. Come on, game. Transfer. Power suits. Keep the flying suits. Those definitely freed up some space, but... Seriously? Alright, fine. We'll sell more heavy plasmas. We don't need all these. Alright. Let's keep enough for anything else I can think of that I need to make last minute. Keep 100. Okay, the alien alloys were definitely taking up a lot of space. All this just because I need to transfer these 2 heavy lasers, essentially. Stupid. The game just wants to not make sure I don't have the number of troops I want ready for this. Medium scout. And I went at night, which made that just stupid. Where was this going? Africa? Europe. Alright, we'll get to Europe then. Hurry up. There you are. Incoming base assault. Hey, don't do that. Would we have 3 base assaults yesterday? The 2 radar stations and then the 2 freaking, and then the primary base got attacked? I mean, the first one was probably the most satisfying base defense I've had maybe ever. That blaster launcher shot killing 11 snake men in a single hangar. That's a once in a, once in a campaign, if not once in a long, hundreds of hours of XCOM before you see a shot like that. That just works out so perfectly. This was Mutons. The other ship was Snake Men. We could go to it. I mean, do the same thing we just tried to do. This was what? Snake Men, medium scout. See, I don't have to clear a large scout with that. Well, fine. Like, shoot it down. Equipped craft. Not this base. No HWPs, right? Because, well, the launcher, but I'm not taking that thing and risking it getting blown up. Well, I need a tank, though. Here, we'll do it like this. Transfer to Havoc, one of these. Alright, we'll shoot it down. We got options. Fine. Return to base. Someone else will see it. There they go. From Chaos, send Interceptor 2. Alright, game. We need to get to the brain. Stop holding us back. We're waiting on one guy to heal. That's essentially the biggest part of this. I'm going to start ignoring ships here in a minute. So, as soon as this tank shows up at the main base. Hell yeah. Alright, come on. Ethereals for alien retaliation. Okay, I cannot let them find a base and attack me with ethereals. That will go badly. Blaster launchers will help, but unless I kill a bunch of them turn 1. See what you did here, Hellraiser? If I get an if I get an assault on my primary base with ethereals, we won't be going anywhere near Mars anytime soon because we'll probably lose that base. Although it does have our psionically elite troops there, we'll probably get a bunch of untrained rookies. So you keep that stuff to yourself. You stop jinxing my run. Alright, why is it gonna be nighttime? Roll over. I'm not going to the ethereal ship. I don't give a shit. You couldn't pay me enough. I mean, my guys, it'd probably be a good test for my people to see if they get assaulted at all. That's a consideration. Bop over there. They only have a couple ethereals. See what our mine defense, our side defenses look like. But no, we're gonna go over here, and we're going to rank up. I didn't fire a sergeant again. See, you got me all backwards now. Apparently, I need to buy more smokes too. Yeah, I need to make sure I get more smokes. Get wrecked. Of course, there's got to be buildings on both sides of us. Okay, now let's see if we can see this smoke grenade land where it needs to. This one goes outside the ship. We can see it on the ground. And this one doesn't go onto the roof. It goes at this guy's feet. And if we go in here, there it is. What ship? Okay, tank, find us a target for the rookie to fire at. That's your only job here. I'm expecting they'll be on the roof of one of these buildings. Okay, game, I'm not doing this. Like, start shooting at me. Cool, there's a snake man. Hey, there's a guy even closer who probably has full-time units and is gonna kill this rookie. Dead. You suck. Thank you. Cool. Rookie gets a rank up. Step out of the way. You didn't step out of the way because you're bad. on this roof. Yeah, that figures. I fire at the other building and they're on this one. Okay. Come on. Let's make this quick, game. We don't have all night. We gotta go to Mars. Quickly. Stop shooting back. Oh, fucking sucks. We'll load up on blaster bombs, too. We'll make sure we have enough of them for everything that we need to do. It's very possible that's the only alien alive. That's 4 corpses there. 5, 6. No, I guess there's gotta be at least one more. Okay, I was right. That was the last one. Alright, so that rookie gets a squatty promotion, but not a sergeant rank, because we forgot to fire another sergeant at one of these auxiliary bases. You. Get out. We need your spot. Alright. What's the recovery time? We've only passed a couple days, right? Because we've been kind of doing what we normally do and wasting time, unfortunately. Yeah, we've passed 3 days. Alright, let's get some time rolling. Okay, well, we don't want to get interrupted by a terror ship, and we have to stop retaliations. That's the only things we really need to pay attention to. Seriously, game! Okay, so all we're going to do on this is... we're going to do this. We're going to go to this base, right here. We're going to equip this Sky Ranger. We're not doing this mission. We're just not ignoring it. So, anyone who's new to XCOM, which I don't know if any of you are, but anyone who's new, this might be useful information. If you're on a playthrough, and there's a terror mission that pops up that you can't do, either you don't have the resources, your good soldiers are wounded, you don't have the ammo, or it's like a sectoid mission, a terror mission at night, and you just don't want that nightmare, at least go to it and then take off. Because that's a far better result for your score than just completely ignoring it. So at least send a ship to land there and then take off. Even if they do nothing else, it's way better for your score because it doesn't count as you ignoring it. It just counts as a terrible result, which isn't good, but you ignore a terror mission and it's way worse for your score. And that's a good way to lose funding very early. So just go to it, you land. If you see something right in front of you and you feel like you can kill it safely, go for it. But otherwise, you land, you abort. You take the score for the civilians dying, but you don't get the huge negative penalty for ignoring a terror mission. So we only do that to maintain our score, especially because we don't care at this point. We're getting ready for the final mission. Alien supply we can ignore because we won't catch it anyway. Alien infiltration we can pretty much ignore. So I don't normally ignore any ships. Anyone who's watched any of the VODs, anyone who's hung around, knows that I go to too many ships. It's actually a flaw of mine. But right now, we're ready for the final mission. We're just waiting on one of our colonels to heal from injury, and then we're going. So all I'm doing is just stopping infiltration or retaliation so that they don't find our bases and force us to do a base defense before we can end the game. And on ending the game here, on going to Mars, it's all or nothing. Because this is Iron Man and we can't reload, the autosaves mean that if we lose the final fight, we lose the whole campaign. But regardless, win or loss, we'll be going into TFTD tomorrow. Not enough special materials to produce the fusion bombs. Okay, how many did we make? So we want to equip the Avenger. That's not the Avenger. The Avenger. HWP fusion bombs. Oh, because it automatically... I just need to look at how many I have. So we only made 5. Oh, we sold off our alien alloys. Stop it, Hellraiser. You better cut that out. We sold off our alien alloys. Okay, I need to ship some over here. Actually, these guys don't have enough Illyrium. See, I should have been better prepared for this. Transfer to Havoc-based alien alloys. As many as they can take. Okay. Go to base. Manufacture. HWP fusion bombs. Yeah, they take 8 alloys apiece, and I sold off most of my alloys. So I wasn't paying attention to that factor. We want 16 of those. 8 for the surface, 8 for the interior. Medium harvester. See? All the harvesters are showing up now. I mean, I'm glad I got to take out a few of them. It's such a weird ship layout, and you see it so rarely. He's currently out of materials since... Stay! Stop it. Anyone wants to attack my bases, you saw how base defense goes. Send snake men to South America. See how that works out for him. One rookie killed 11 aliens. He just pulled a trigger twice on a rocket launcher, essentially. Got more kills than some of our highest-ranking, longest-living troops in a single mission. And then he was psionically pathetic, so we got rid of him. Alien base in the Pacific. Really? That's rare. Where's that going? Are they doing a base on, like, Hawaii? That's pretty funny if they are. That's one of the challenge categories for a XCOM Classic run is to put your only base on Hawaii because you get so little radar coverage. Just to see if... I don't know if they're... Yeah, that's exactly where they're going. That's pretty funny. It's scouting for a base in the Pacific. I guess that's not the only place they're going, but it's one of the only options to them out there. But thanks everybody for stopping by. We're trying to crank through some of this to get to that final mission. We're going to be there shortly, so... I'm going to start ignoring a lot of these intercepts too and just let them do what they're doing. But I have to respond to infiltration because I don't want a base defense. Or retaliation, not infiltration. These are the ones I have to pay attention to. Because if they find these bases, then it delays us by 10 or 15 minutes while we do a base defense. That guy flew right over our base too. Both of those bases. As long as it's not sectoids or ethereals, it'll go quickly if they assault anything but our primary base. All the other bases are great for defense. Very large alien retaliation in South America. Are you kidding me? Is that thing going straight for this base? I swear, Hellraiser, if this isn't a base defense, it's on you. Okay, it's only searching, but if I see another one, because they found me... Okay, so there's the fusion bombs done. Now we need 2 of these bad boys. And these will take about, 2 days to make, so nothing too long. Alien infiltration, ignore it. Alien infiltration, ignore it. So that's an infiltration fleet in Europe. Yeah, that's a full infiltration fleet. See? I want so badly to go to these ships. They're taking over Berlin. They're taking over London. The end is nigh. That's why they say... Look at that! Look at that! Are you seeing the power sources that are here? This is 2 battleships, a supply ship, and 2 large scouts. That's 4, 7... 10, that's 12 power supplies. And countless weapons. All being ignored. I can't ignore all these. I can't do anything about the battleships, but these... An ethereal base in the Arctic. It's a good thing the final mission is win or loss, not that, like, you just lose the Avenger and then come back to Earth, because we're leaving Earth in shambles right now. This is gonna be a nightmare. Alright. Come on, I just want to get there, game. Okay, hover tank plasmas are done. Very large alien harvest. A battleship doing harvest. Alien retaliation, South America. That is a... That's the 2nd battleship targeting South America. That probably is going straight for our base. Really, game? Okay. There was something else I needed here. What was it? Smoke grenades. They need more smoke grenades. And electro flares. I need to make sure they have plenty of both so that I can overstock them on the ship. For the Mars mission. Okay. Alright, well, if this is a base defense, just come on and get killed. Alright, they're still searching. because it didn't go right for us, so... Those mine shields are coming in handy, but we know those aren't foolproof because they found our primary base, and it's had a mine shield longer than anywhere else. That's it right there, isn't it? No, okay, it was just another place picking it up. So they landed in Berlin, London, and probably Budapest because there was a ship put down right here as well. Which doesn't matter, because none of those... Okay, infiltration I don't care about. I mean, I've got to intercept these just to keep the populace of Earth, because another month is going to roll over before we can go. Where was this going? And there's really no chance we get a low enough score that we would lose. Seriously. I get it, guys. But I don't want to keep wasting time intercepting every ship. Like... Okay, there's our final supplies. Large scout, fine, just I don't care. Large terror ship. Okay, that's doing infiltration, not terror. But we can shoot it down. Just send the firestorm. Like, go kill something. Come on, game. Alien retaliation. That we need to shoot down. Interceptor 2. There's a lot of ships out here. What is this? Okay, whatever it is, shoot this down. So many X's! So little time. Crash lands. Excellent. This one is unaddressed currently. Small alien infiltration. You know what? We got another ship here that has a weapon on it. Go shoot it. Shoot it down. Keep the ships down. We keep the score good. We roll this month over. We go. Win, loss, or draw. Well, win or loss. There is no draw. Because if we lose, they win. And if we win, they lose. So, okay, shoot it down. I don't care what it is. Just put it in the ocean. Set up our foes for the next alien war that starts tomorrow. And in 60 years in-game. Come on. Get close enough if that thing tries to take off. You have... Okay, good. Medium floater harvester. North America. I just don't have enough ships for all you... no, I'm not going to send the Avenger out just to shoot down a small ship. You notified the Ethereals, and then they started building a base in the Arctic. I get attacked by Ethereals before I can go to Mars. If it's at a small base, one of the auxiliary bases, I'll just abandon it. Alien infiltration in North America, so they're putting up another base in North America. Alien supply, we know where that's going. Shoot this down. Come on. We're ignoring a lot of ships. We're ignoring as many as I feel safe doing, but we're trying to get this time to roll over. We need more days. Medium harvester, fine, do your thing. Alien supply, don't care. Alien supply, don't care. Alien retaliation ethereals. That I do care about. That I can't let find a base. Eventually, of course, they'll send battleships to do the scouting, so don't care. Don't care. Where were you going? North America? Well, get over there, then. Where'd they touch down? Over here. So they're building a base right here. Yeah. No, that's a harvest mission. They were doing supply somewhere else. So many ships being ignored. But it's so necessary. We've got to get to the end game. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by tonight. I hope you've all had a great week. We got to Friday. I know for not everybody that means the weekend, but for a lot of us it does. So we got there. We get to TFTD tomorrow, and we're going to get to Mars tonight. Ethereals? I don't want doing anything, so shoot them down, please. As a kid, I've talked about this before, as a kid I always assumed that the aliens from Terror from the Deep were all the ones that you shot down over water in the first game, and it took them 60 years to, like, adapt. Oh, Snake Man Alien Retaliation going to Southern Africa. Let's see if that's a scout or if they found it. It's a scout. He's still looking. Now, what you'll know is if a battleship is scouting and then lands in the region that he's scouting, another one's imminently coming in. So I don't care about infiltration. Can ignore the infiltration. The whole world can turn against me, essentially, at this point. Well, if the whole world did, we'd lose, but it's doubtful it would happen. Retaliation in Europe. That's the one base I don't want you to find. Like, I don't want them to find any bases, but if they were like, we're picking this base, I'd be like, nope, do a mulligan, find something else. Okay, we're getting there on time. We've had 15 days pass, I think, since, yeah, we were at the 4th. So 15 days have gone by. Let's keep it rolling. Alien Retaliation. Did you find us? Nope, still searching. Alien Retaliation in North America. Downloaded XCOM in 94 when I was 16 years, super late at night. First mission was sectoid mission on a farm at night. Absolutely, I remember those missions, man. Especially when you didn't know anything about the game. The first time playing this game, if you don't have any experience, the sound design, yes, the music and the sound design is so creepy and inhuman in a way. Especially because, you know, this was on originally for DOS. They had very limited, you know, bits, literally, to work with. And they managed to create sound that is so unnatural and unnerving. Ugh. Gives me chills. I love it. My favorite track, however, openxcom does a slightly updated version. As you can tell, the music's a little bit updated. But the Geoscape 2 track. Every time it comes on, you guys will see me stop playing for a few seconds and bob my head, because that music is so damn good. I'm gonna have to grab a drink here in a second, because this is taking longer than I wanted it to. Come on. Let's go. We got a couple days there. Infiltration, don't care about. Infiltration, don't care about. Sorry. People or places are gonna get infiltrated. I don't care. Okay. Infiltration. 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 Okay, South America's screwed. Sorry, guys. It's all or nothing from here. Alien base in the Arctic. We know it's already up, basically. I'm going to intercept this with a firestorm just to shoot it down before it gets up there. I have to start ignoring these ships and not even trying to intercept them. I've got to get to Mars. And we could get to Mars and lose. We won't lose on the surface. There's only a handful of aliens on the surface that have high enough psi strength to have a more than like 5% chance of getting a mind control off, because we have such strong psionically defensive soldiers. The sectoids just don't have the chops. However, every ethereal in the alien interior on Mars has a chance, and the commanders have a decent chance of getting mind control off, at least once we get close to them. Okay. Firestorms. I've got them. I'll use them. It's fun to get to use these ships, at least. Normally don't use them because it just wastes Illyrium, but I don't need any more Illyrium, so I don't care. We've built everything we need. Infiltration, sorry. Retaliation, gotta shoot that down so it doesn't find a base. Alright, let's check real quick on the Colonel's recovery time. He should be single-digit days. Okay, just barely. 10 days. And then this guy's just going to go as a squatty. I'm not doing another mission just so he can get Sergeant. He's going to have to hoof it as is. Alien Retaliation in North America. So they're looking all over for our bases. As they have been doing for months, which is why in the last 2 streams we got a combined 6 base defenses, or 7, something like that. I think it was 6, 3 each time. It was good. Base defenses are fun. It's like they deliver stuff to me. I like it. Alright, shoot them down. Alright. Well, this is probably going to go about the exact time I budgeted. I originally was going to start at 7:30, and then I realized I needed more time to get ready because I needed to wait on this soldier. So I put an hour and a half aside, and it looks like we're going to come right up on that. Oh, God. Okay, that was infiltration. I'm so used to seeing retaliation. I don't care about infiltration. Do your thing. See, that, however... That was a ethereal looking for our bases. They're pissed if they're sending ethereals. You can play an entire playthrough, especially on lower difficulties. You can play an entire playthrough and the only time you see ethereals is in the final mission. Because you may not ever encounter them on Earth. This is only the third or fourth time we've seen any cluster of ethereal ships, and it's March of 2000. So more than a full year from the start of the game, but... Alright, we're almost ready. Like 6 more days, and that colonel's ready. Okay, don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Infiltration, not retaliation. There's bases all over this Earth right now. There are so many bases on this planet right now. Yep, they're putting up a base in the Pacific. That's a full base fleet. France and Brazil have signed secret pacts with other alien forces, so there's a base in France and a base in Brazil. That was the side training. I could have looked to see if I can go look. We did stick some more people in there for evaluation, I think, just to see if anyone, you know, got 100 or something. Hey, 3 more in-game days and we can go lose on Mars. What's up, Kutaki? You're just in time. We're about to go to the final mission. I don't know if I assigned troops to these Scilabs or not. It doesn't look like I did, because I figured I'm ready. So, I should have, but I didn't expect it to roll over. We didn't expect that sergeant to get wounded on that mission, and that we would need more time. Yeah, no Sci evaluations. Waiting for Weapon to get on. He said he can play really late tonight. Nice! Well, I'm trying to finish this playthrough, and, this last mission is all or nothing. If we lose on this last mission, we lose the whole campaign. We got like 3 days left on this guy getting healed. 6 days. My timing is way off. That's late. I thought it was the 4th of the month. Retaliation in Southern Africa. Well, get down there then. I don't care about terror missions. Go terrorize farm people. Like, we're about to go blow up your brain. Or die trying. I might, man. Yeah, I might hop into Discord. We'll see how my mood is after XCOM tonight, because I might be really up, or I might be emotionally devastated at the loss. Alright, so we gotta get to the 7th. Don't care. Yes, put up your base. What are there, 2 bases in the Pacific? Jesus. Alien retaliation, gotta shoot those down. I don't care about the bases. There's so many alien bases. They have more bases on the planet than I do right now. By a large number. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Look at how many freaking aliens are flying around. There were like 6 of them out just... I mean, it's just constant. Alright, I'm ignoring everything. That was retaliation. I shouldn't have ignored that. That's an ethereal terror ship. Probably doing a terror mission. Come on. Couple more days. Let's go. Come on, game. They're attacking the main base. We have to do a base defense at the main base. Hellraiser! This is your fault. I didn't even see what race it was. If this is ethereals or something, we could lose the game right here. Alright. Okay, good blaster launcher wielder there. Okay. This is a psionically okay. But because I was skipping so many ships and not paying attention, I didn't even see what race this was. We need at least 2 people with blaster launchers, and honestly, I'm just gonna... If they're strong enough to carry... I need to make sure that it's people who have good psi strengths. And I didn't unmark a lot of these people. Everyone with an asterisk... Actually, everyone with an asterisk has an evaluation that was okay. Oh, wait, you have no marking. Okay, no, that means they have a good psi strength, because we took off the asterisks from the Avenger crew. I don't need smoke grenades. I just need damage. Looks like we got a good number of our quality troops. And we do have a hover tank launcher here. Alright. Who's gonna... Do you not even have a weapon in your hand? Did I dropped their weapon because they didn't have... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's find out what they are. Come on. Snake men or something. Floaters. I flinched, like really flinched just then. Snake men! Okay. We're good. We're okay. We just gotta deal with 6 chrysalids. We're fine. This is all fine. My heart was so worried. I just misclicked! Okay. Alright. Don't die walking around this corner, because that's the other thing. If I lose any of these soldiers here... See, this thing's gonna have full... I need to be smart here. These things, this is first turn, meaning they have full time units. I need to be very smart about what I do here. I have rookies who are even... Yeah. Okay. Well, this guy's actually got decent size strength. But these rookies need to be scouts. We need to kill 6 chrysalids and a couple blaster launcher wielders. We do that, we're okay. This is a hover tank launcher. Cool. Launch missile. Rookie. Let's not. Okay. Okay. As long as I don't lose any important soldiers here. Just hit this thing directly. I don't even care. Was that the only 2 things it killed? Whatever. Alright. You have a blaster launcher. There's going to be an alien right here. A chrysalid, no less. Well, it can't fire at you. You have a blaster launcher. You have a regular weapon. A heavy plasma is now referred to by me as a regular weapon. This is delaying us getting to Mars. Damn it. Alright, 2 chrysalids dead. That's the biggest annoyance here, is not even that I have to do the base defense. It's that it's delaying us getting to Mars. We're trying to get to the end here. Okay, there's another chrysalid there. We're gonna blaster bomb that. Let's find someone who can get a decent blaster was there anyone with a blaster launcher on this side of the base? I mean, there's plenty of blaster launchers upstairs. Alright. I can actually make that happen from that guy. You had a launcher, but you're in the corner. Can you step to the door and still make a shot? You can. Alright, so this is going to hit something in this hangar. There's no way this makes it all the way through without colliding with an alien, but obviously, that's kind of okay. Hitting an alien is fine with me. Do it here, then here, then here. Alright, please don't hit my tank. Yeah, figured it hit something. But what did it collide on? It didn't collide on the wall, it collided on something in the hallway that I didn't hear a scream from. That makes me think there's a chrysalid over there. I'm gonna go be stupid and look. I don't see one. Okay. We'll try a slightly more difficult shot. Here, here, here. Yeah, just do that. Nail the Snake Man directly with that one. Anything else alive out here? Chrysalid standing in one of these rooms? I don't care if an unnamed rookie gets, like, turned. Or an unarmored rookie. Okay, you go up in the air. This is just time. This is all this is wasting time. I need to be going to Mars, damn it. Okay, so we got a hangar down here, hasn't been addressed yet. Who else has a launcher? You do. Perfect. Okay, all you did was remove our cover, you dumbass. That's why you keep them in rooms. Because they're safe from the collateral explosions, at least as close to safe as they can be. Back of the room, in case a chrysalid walks in the door, you get a chance to fire at it. If I lose one of my key psionic troops here to some freaking chrysalid shenanigans... Okay, you can stay in the hallway to draw fire, because I know you're crap. You... You think you're funny. Yeah, you think you're so funny. Hey, we got like 5 HWPs. This is a good thing about base defense. We got all these tanks just sitting around ready. Alright, let's start. What have we killed? 2 chrysalids so far? Is that it? 3? Just 2. Alright, this is gonna be a nasty mission. You stand here. Look at the door. Our face R belong to us. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Hellraiser's over here just chuckling maniacally to himself because he instituted this base assault. You know, it'd be really cool, and I bet there's an interactive modded version of XCOM where you could have the players have the ability to, or the viewers, like, have the ability to spawn things, like certain types of ship, or spawn a chance at a base assault, something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, this tank might take reaction fire. That guy's a blaster launcher, I just realized. Shoot him. Okay. I just saw that I could tell what his weapon is. Snake Men, you can usually tell. Their sprites are actually kind of narrow around the arms, so... Oh, that's a blaster launcher eliminated. Approaching the stream auto thumbnail just centered on the crater of destruction. Boogaloo, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we are ready to go to Mars outside of one of our colonels recovering from an injury. And the game decides, nope, you gotta do in their base defense. Because I ignored a bunch of ships trying to get the time to go by. And they sent enough retaliation missions that they found us. Thanks for stopping by. Spawn Chrysalids locks it. Yeah, not location specific. That's not okay. But, you know, things like where you could, like, you know, spawn a Snake Man battleship. You know, something like that. And you could do it with stream points, you know. That'd be... I'm gonna look into that. I bet there is. They've made so many programs interactable. And I'm not great at coding, but I know a couple friends of mine who are decent at it. And I bet that with the simplicity of the XCOM code, you could get it chat, you know, interacted or interactable to where the chat could input certain, you know, or redeem certain things and make stuff happen. You know, trigger base defense at base 1, you know, stuff like that. And for more points, you could determine the species, stuff like that. That could be something to look into for the future. Sorry, you had low psi strength. Hey, none of that shenanigans. You already somehow, through sheer will, you know, willpower of mind, triggered us to have to do a base defense, so... Lars, you're performing quite well here. Your psi strength isn't terrible. Are you trying to make a case for a mission deployment to Mars? Someone else dies here, you might have to step up, buddy. So we're looking at between 22 and 28 aliens for this mission. We've killed 5 so far? 6, 7? Like, that's just an annoyance at this point. Although that is some Illyrium. I'm just using this person as a scout right now. Which means they'll probably get zombified. Good song, by the way. Alright, we know there's a chrysalid. Oh, that guy's got a blaster launcher in his hand. Which means he can't fire back. Cool, that's what I like. That guy's got a blaster launcher in his hand. Alright, hover tank plasma here. Making a mark for himself. Is there a chrysalid, like, right behind us? Respawn all hostile. Okay, so the chrysalid's not even moving up because it's so far out it can't see anything. Son of a bitch, you suck, hover tank. The other hover tank's nailing guys, and you're over here just sucking. Alright, so, one of our colonels. Bag it. Come on. Alright, I'm not leaving you out. These soldiers are way too valuable. There is nobody really watching this hangar from this side. This is the newest crew being deployed to this ship. Man, this is just a time sink. That's all this is right now. We know there's a snake man right here. You know what? We'll do this. We're gonna open up this hangar and kill at least one snake man. So these blaster launchers, I remember this now, since they only do 140 damage, they don't have the ability to punch through like a blaster launcher does. Okay, no, stay at the back. I'm taking this very defensively, because losing any of these side strength marked soldiers is going to be devastating. Alright. Oh, that rookie could die if this collides with something. It looks like he'll be fine, though. Mouse wheel? Thank you. Oh, I should probably click the last waypoint. There we go. I want to hear lots of screams. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. 3 screams. Still need to see more chrysalids. Still need to see more chrysalids dying. They are the big concern here. That and blaster launchers, obviously, but we seem to be dealing with those. Okay. Just making sure nothing's too close. They are actually close to the access lift, so I need to be careful, because there's obviously a potential for aliens here. Alright, rookie. You're kind of the bait if there's a chrysalid over here. Alright, you need to be in a better position. Step over here. Oh, there's a snake man there, and you have a blaster launcher and not a weapon. How about you step back? I just realized they have a blaster launcher and not a gun. Alright, cruise, nice and easy. Nice and easy, just bag it. Oh, come on. You gotta kill this thing. Wow. Okay, rookie. It's your time to shine. You're gonna save the colonel. And not shoot the colonel. If you shoot the colonel, I swear to God. Alright, at least you didn't shoot the colonel. Okay, need damage on this snake man somehow. Okay. Alright. I got you, rookie. I feel you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh! Jeez, that snake man's tough. Teleport chrysalid upstairs. Hype. Stop it! Step aside. You have to have enough time units to move 1 square aside. You can't turn and step. That is so frustrating. Alright, well, the rookie's kind of covering this colonel's back. Come on. This is a really beautiful shot from the tank laser cannon. Just laying down the law. Alright. Oh, this could be stupid. Well, this will be stupid, but... This kills my... I can't even risk it. I have to be so careful with this crap right now. I can't risk... I want to fire it down this hallway and into this hangar, but if it collides anywhere in this hallway and kills this colonel, it's just not worth it. But what if I do it like this, and I come this... No, if it collides over here, it could kill this guy. Hold on. Yeah, you don't have time units to step aside. I need to address this hangar. It's the only one we haven't gotten even any eyes in. This hover tank can step back. I have to be so damn careful here. Okay, I was gonna say, I know we had more blaster launchers. At least we know where that guy is now. We can use him to start nuking this hangar next turn. Let's see what happens. Okay, I like them panicking. That guy has a blaster launcher. Didn't fire it yet. He might... That rookie. Sorry, rookie. Okay, that's a blaster launcher that's not going off. Because the only problem is this soldier doesn't even have a weapon in their hand right now. They were just scouting. I'll use all these blaster bombs, game. You don't even understand. I don't care. Okay, got the guy with the blaster launcher. That's all I cared about. Rookies are just ablative. Yeah, pretty much. But at this point, this late in this campaign, I just got to make sure I don't lose any of the valuable troops, because they were hand-selected for our final mission. And as you can tell, we're not using any psionics offensively. That thing is still alive. Purely as a defensive measure for us right now. Okay, so this tank can get eyes over here. Honestly, it just is kind of boring to me. Using psi-amps offensively, there's a point, it's a threshold that is even more abusively powerful than blaster launchers and heavy plasmas. If you just hand select your troops and you use psi-amps against aliens, it just almost feels like there's no point anymore. The game is overly easy at that point. Alright, we got one. I still haven't seen enough chrysalids. I know there's one over here. So yeah, it was just for the sake of... I mean, honestly, one is pretty much all you need, because you mind control one alien and have him scout out all his friends. What happens in a lot of times, in my anecdotal experience, is even if you just use one psi-amp, if you succeed on mind controlling one alien, I mean, you don't have to do anything else for the rest of the mission. You just control that guy, and if he dies, you grab the next one. You use a tank to scout for visuals. It's not that I won't ever use them. I just decided on this playthrough, I was gonna just use the weaponry. You did so well last turn, hover tank. What do you see? What do you see? Okay, it's the same guy. It's just a weird angle for him to say he sees that. Okay. Chrysalids. Chrysalids. We know we got a zombie here. I'm not worried about the zombie. I'll shoot it when I'm ready to kill the chrysalid that it will be. There's probably a chrysalid in here in one of these side rooms. So yeah, for me personally, at least in this particular run, I felt like it was going to be too easy if I used psionics offensively. I should have been using this rookie to scout. This is risky, because he might have still had time units to fire back. But I don't want him grenading anybody. Sorry guys, I'm definitely trying to focus on this, so if I'm not immediately responsive, I'm trying to make sure that we get through this with minimal personnel losses. I don't care about the tanks. I don't care about anyone who's still got an asterisk next to their name, but everybody else is of vital importance to our final objective here. And I still haven't seen, what, at least one chrysalid, if not up to 3, are still not accounted for. And we know from a previous mission at this base that they can find their way upstairs ridiculously easy. Even in... Okay, I'm continuing to be stupid. I thought I had cleared this out, but obviously they moved over the end turn. Okay, Pankov here's a great shot. Easy. Easy. Oh my god, Pankov. Alright, go back in your closet. I'm like, what? Come on. You are the chosen soldiers for the final mission. And this is how you're going to perform? We're not even there yet. This is our commander. Are you going to earn the title? I mean, at least you hit him, but if I can't even fire again, so go back in your room. Chrysalid walks up to that commander or something stupid like that. You know what? Yeah. Okay, fine. We tried it the conventional way. Yeah, just slam into this door. Okay. Getting the bad shots out of their system early. I like the way you're thinking about it. They're getting, yeah. They're just priming the barrels. They're just getting the cold bore shots out of the way. Getting ready for the real engagements that matter. Okay, we're not going to shoot that zombie because we can't kill the resulting chrysalid easily enough this turn. I need to have you look towards the access lift just to make sure there wasn't something there immediately. You have a blaster launcher. We haven't fired it this turn. There's still a chrysalid over here somewhere. We just don't know exactly where. Move you there. You... Okay, so rearm first. And you need 38 to fire. You will not have enough. I can step you 1 forward. Don't shoot the wall. Do not shoot the wall next to you. You kill 4 of my... I can't even risk that shot. Because if for some reason that waypoints to the wall, they miss, we lose 4 soldiers. No. No pacts, no treaties. France signed a pact. Brazil signed a pact. Canada, the US, India. We've had a lot of people pull out of funding, and I get it. I've ignored a lot of ships. Mostly at the end of this run. Okay, you're kind of stuck out there. Alright, let me cycle through these, see who I've missed. I'm not staying on top of it very well. You're in chrysalid defense position, back against a wall with full-time units. Alright, come downstairs, Jacobs. And you are chrysalid defense position, back against a wall. Who needs funding when there's laser... Yeah! We have more money than we could need for many, many months. The only thing is, we would have to make sure that at least one nation stayed available for funding. Because, you know, they pull out, you lose. If everybody pulls out. Giggity. Alright. Damn it, we were supposed to be on Mars already, game! What are you doing to me? There's a chrysalid in that hangar that's getting very close to somebody, probably. I was supposed to be in the Mars mission right now, game. Hellraiser did this. Okay, Berserk and Panic is great. Don't care about the zombie. Okay, so it seems like we're actually down to only a few aliens left. I didn't mean to walk you out there. You have a blaster launcher. I wasted your time. Alright. Yeah, you can kill the zombie now. You can kill the zombie now. Please shoot the zombie. This is why you're not going anywhere, rookie. You'll never make any progress in life if you keep firing like that. We all want to help defend against the invaders under the sea soon. Yeah. Well. Seriously? This is what we're doing right now. Yeah! That dude's got twinkle toes underneath him, apparently. He's just dancing. I was expecting him to open that and run into a chrysalid. Instead, he'll shoot this and run into a chrysalid. Alright, now we just gotta kill that thing. Supposed to be on the last mission. You're making this take too long, game. We have to start TFTD tomorrow. We gotta finish this tonight. Wow, one shot from a laser does that. That's pretty impressive. Shut up. They are not my allies. Okay, so we've blown a hole in this. We haven't actually hit this. Well, we did hit it, I guess, with the blaster launcher at some point. Go in here. See if you spot anything. What do you see? A sneaky schneckman. With a blaster launcher, no less. Good job, tank. I don't remember if chrysalids have a particular weakness to lasers, but that was just surprising that a heavy tank, you know, a tank laser cannon dropped it with one shot. It feels like it has to be, because I know they have more than 110 health on Superhuman. Oh, wait, no, they don't. That's why it died. So, a chrysalid on Superhuman has more than enough hit points to survive one of those shots, unless the damage roll is 200%. But when a zombie turns into a chrysalid, that chrysalid has base game stats, non-modified by difficulty. So what that means is on Superhuman and Genius, the chrysalid that comes out of a zombie is actually weaker than it would be otherwise. But on lower difficulties, the chrysalid that comes out of a zombie is stronger. So like on beginner, the aliens all by default have half as much armor. But a chrysalid that comes out of a zombie has normal armor, which is twice as much as you would see on beginner. So they're actually extremely tough to kill. That's why if you've ever played on a lower difficulty and killed a zombie and then tried to kill the resulting chrysalid and it took forever, that's why, because it technically has twice as much armor. Random game knowledge stuck in my head. Brain slick. Hey, where are you going, scumbag? Oof, that hit him, but didn't kill him. Alright, no worries there. Rookie here. There's a chrysalid over here somewhere. Well, I say that. Chrysalids have so much damn movement that that chrysalid could have moved from over here to over here already, and I wouldn't know. I don't know why I ran him out like that. I saw what his time units were before I clicked it, and I still did it. So, the last time we did a Snake Man base defense, there were two chrysalids in upstairs areas that never moved. They just hid until we found them. And they were here, because it was in this base, and in one of the workshops, right? I don't remember the other upstairs room, but it doesn't matter. Excuse me, I need to grab a drink in a second. Yeah, with the 123 time units it has, who knows where the thing could be. Alright, we're gonna kind of let them... Ah, we found it. That rookie was, like, literally there for bait purpose, so at least we know that the aliens, one of the chrysalids is there. Okay, and he might be able to see it, actually. You know what? It probably was standing up here and it dropped down and turned him. That would be exactly what I would expect to happen, so... Alright, you don't have a gun, but, yeah, go open this door and just punch anything you see. Alright. We're gonna do this way. We are going to have someone who's further away with a blaster launcher, like you. Do this. Okay, hold on a second. Can you move up to this? Alright, this is risky. We got a plan. It's a risky plan, but it's a plan. Cool. That works. And then we're going to do this. Sorry, I'm focusing to make sure I don't screw this up and kill somebody that I don't want to kill. Cool. Eliminated that, and the sergeant here gets to stay alive, which is extremely important, because we need him. I need this to look through here. I mean, that's possible. That's the crystal that we saw way over here. Like you said, those things, they just go. Alright, back of the room, or back against the wall. Try to watch for a crystal running up on it. Yeah, this was supposed to be a short stream. I was supposed to end, like, now, but Hellraiser over there had to propagate a base defense for us, so now we're doing this instead. Absolutely. Liberal application of explosives is one of the best ways to solve all of life's mysteries and problems. This is a problem. Blow it up. It is no longer a problem. That's alright, we got time. We got time, that's why I started earlier. I started 30 minutes earlier than I initially planned, because I knew something was going to happen to keep us here. Now, that could be all the chrysalids. I'm not going to start looking for them. I'm just going to really hope they don't turn somebody I care about. The rookie that got converted doesn't make any difference to me, so... I enabled some of the basic emotes on the channel. I'm still... to be completely honest with you all, I didn't expect to need emotes so quickly, because you guys are amazing, so I'll be working on that when I get some time. But for the time being, I enabled some of the default ones, at least so that they're there. But you guys have made this awesome. I don't just get to play amazing, fun, classic XCOM games. I've gotten to already build such a cool little community, and I just can't wait to keep growing it with the new XComs, and Terror from the Deep, and Phoenix Point, and so many other styles of games. But difficult strategy games that I continue to suck at are probably my favorite, so... That feels like a good place for us. Yeah. The grav lift and the fusion ball. That feels like chrysalid territory. But we could be done with chrysalids. We killed 4 now. That would be cool. Alright, tank's got the most movement. Most likely place for any Snake Man to be is in one of the hangars, so... Hey, did we find him? Ooh, a schnecky chrysalid. Come on, bug. Alright. Hey, Sarge. Eliminate the target. Alright, so... potentially 1 chrysalid left. Because there's a maximum of 6 here. That would be really cool to be able to, like, play as different, as the different species. Be able to use the terror units and stuff. Although ethereals would obviously be broken and not allowed. Sectoids are pretty damn broken, too, because not only do they get ethereal, or psionics, but they get freaking cyber discs, which are busted strong. You know, it's funny, though, because cyber discs are a pretty big threat in the original XCOM, but in the new XCOMs, cyber discs are freaking insane. Which is cool. Okay, so I'm seeing 1 soldier go berserk. Now I gotta find him. Build alien base. That would be cool, to, like, play as the alien races, and the AI controls humanity, and tries to build bases, and you have to go on missions with your ships to try to get resources, or... conduct your own, you know, infiltration missions to try to find their bases. That would be really cool. Build up to having XComs and stuff. I agree to a point, but I consider the new XComs a completely different, almost genre. They're definitely XCOM games. They have the spirit of XCOM. They have a lot of lore. Obviously, they share the same IP and universe. But this and TFTD and even APOC, they are strategy, tactical strategy simulations. The new XComs are tactical RPGs. But they're so good. I could not agree more. That's why when I came back and decided I wanted to stream, I was like, it's classic XCOM all the way. Few games. This is definitely within my top 5 games of all time. On any system, any console, from any era. Alright, where's this freaking snake man? They're different but good because, so like here, even though I'm at the point where I'm having to try to care about these soldiers because I need them for this final mission, in the original XCOM, everyone who's been here over the last couple weeks, I'm sorry, I always say this, you have to hear me being repetitive, but they're just resources. In classic XCOM, your soldiers are ammo from the gun that you fire to kill aliens. The new XCOMs, your soldiers are soldiers. They're entities that you level up and care about and need to keep alive. Since I learned of openxcom and the plethora of mods, I just wanted to... Yeah. That's one of the only downfalls of classic XCOM, is that it makes me not want to play anything else, because... Like, why would you? You don't need to. It's all right here. I have never gotten as much into APOC as classic or TFTD. But Open APOC may be the thing that gets me into it in the future. I just kind of missed the boat on Apocalypse. It was a little bit too different from the original XCOM for me, and I was young at the time, so I missed the boat on it by just enough that I'm not sure if we'll play Apocalypse or not in our playthrough. We may skip it the first time just because I'm not as familiar with it. But that might be enjoyable, to play it being not as familiar with it. Because I'm extremely familiar with TFTD and Classic. Although, I say extremely. Okay, we found him, and he only blaster launched a troop I don't care about. So, overall, that's about as good as that could have turned out. Because I don't care about whoever that was. I don't even know who that soldier was. And we know he's over here now. In fact, he might be behind that door, but if he's not behind that door, then we have a way to deal with him. Where are you? Why did I walk you to the back of the room? You know what? You're not at the back. Do this. Yeah. It sucks that the one remaining guy who, well, potentially one remaining Snake Man who's also holding a weapon happens to be holding a blaster launcher. He might have gone, he might still be behind this door. Nope, that was him. Sucks he had a blaster launcher, but nobody that died mattered, so. And that actually got us a couple ranks on the people that do matter, so overall. Yeah, she was a captain, but anyone with an asterisk still next to their name had decent but sub-acceptable psi strength. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I gotta grab a drink real fast. I'll be right back. Okay. I used to have a mini fridge in this office, but when I did that, I drank too much soda for my own good, so... Okay, seriously? And I need a new computer chair. That's one of the first things I gotta buy to, Hey! Hellraiser! Stop it! It's not funny. So, all we're waiting on is this right here. Not that, this. Like 3 days? Yeah. 3 days. And we go lose at Mars, because we're... Be prepared, guys. We're probably gonna lose. You've seen how bad I am. Don't care. Okay, we're not ignoring retaliation again, because... I'm deploying from here because that's where they're going. Shut up! Because another base defense will put us another 20 minutes behind. We can't have that. We're supposed to be on Mars. Oh god, no. Ethereal's looking for retaliation is definitely a no-no. Now, the funny thing is, this is the only base that matters if, like, they could have attacked any other base and that base defense would have taken about 4 minutes. Next time I play, I'll probably either use the mod to redesign the base defenses, or I'll just eat the cost of destroying the lower hangars and moving them up top. I didn't do that here because I decided I wanted to play classic, you know, as it's presented. So, yeah, over water means I can't be tempted to go to the ship, which nothing's tempting me right now. I've passed that point. We did over 100 ship recoveries. That's just landings, not crash landings, so... And I will in the future, because it makes sense. I mean, you customize all your secondary bases. Why wouldn't you customize the first one? You know? I guess maybe because you're just selected as the commander. You weren't part of the initial design phase. They built the base, and then they were like, okay, we're bringing this guy on as the commander. And then you got brought in, and... we're like, why did you guys build the base like this? Shut up, game! I get it! There's a billion ships! It's fine! We're done! He's healed! We're double-checking equipment, and then we're going. Damn it, I need another hover tank plasma, because I'm not going to take the tank laser cannon. It also doesn't make sense from a logistical standpoint. Why would you have 3 hangars separated? That's so much more maintenance cost. Just stick them together. Like... not only for defensive purposes, but logistically it makes no sense. Okay. This is the final preparations. Everyone on board is in a flying suit. There's, what, 14 soldiers on board? So, double smokes. We lost some med kits, apparently, on the soldiers that died. Okay. Electro flares. Need plenty. Plenty of heavy plasmas. We'll do 4 blaster launchers and 10 soldiers. Okay. Okay, smokes, medkits, electroflares, heavy plasmas, blaster launchers, alien grenades. Did we lose both our heavy lasers for some reason? Seriously, game? The soldiers who were carrying them died, so they didn't... just make them here. Oh, they're making the hover tank. Whatever. Get rid of this crap so we have room. So we're just waiting on the hover tank. Come, I get it. Oh my god, game. You realize, like, barely any time is passing. Every 30 minutes. Yes, I know, they have an ethereal base in the Arctic. Okay, look at how many freaking ships are active right now. There's an ethereal base right here. They're infiltrating Baghdad. Like, I get it, game. We're about to end. So, just shut up and give me my freaking ship. Thank you. God bless. 2 heavy lasers, please. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. We are about to go to the final mission. As soon as these 2 heavy lasers are done, we're going to finalize our inventory and go. I get it. If it says anything other than freaking retaliation, I don't care. Look at how many ships are active. It's because we're ignoring them all. That was retaliation. Center on sight. I'm not even going to that game. How long does it take to make 2 heavy lasers? Okay. Okay, this is it. We finalize inventories and we go. Okay. Excuse me. We're going to make sure everybody is equipped exactly how we need them to be. Because this is all or nothing right here. You guys get to see us succeed against the brain or gloriously fail. And my favorite soundtrack is playing right as we get ready. This is my second favorite. It's not quite as good as Geoscape 2. It's close. Okay. Did it seriously re-equip you all? I exited out like an idiot, and it's like, oh, we'll re-equip everybody, don't worry. I hate that it does that, and there's an option to turn that off. And I didn't do it. Okay. You are going to be one of our forward scouts. Why you gotta do that, stream? Try to kick me out of my chat again. I won't have that. Sorry guys, my chat froze on me again like it has done a couple times previously, so if I missed anything, give me a second. I'm gonna get chat pulled up secondarily so I can at least see it until I can get it recovered online. So bear with me 1 second. Alright, I've got chat pulled back up. Sorry if I missed anything in the last couple minutes, because I just noticed that chat had bogged down and I've been focusing on this, obviously, so. Oh, you need clips as well. Not that. This is my favorite soundtrack right here. So damn good. Accuracy's high. Strength is pretty high. Alright. Psi strength is one of the higher ones. Let's see. So damn good. The music. Alright, you are definitely wielding a blaster launcher. Psi strength is high. Psi skill's high, considering we didn't train it at all. So they get a blaster launcher. 97, but only a 20 carrying capacity. 92 and 46. They might get a launcher as well. There you go. 96 and 44 with relatively low accuracy. Okay. That's 2. I want at least one more wielding a launcher. 86, but he's got great accuracy, so I want him firing a gun. 83 plus 24 on the strength, but good accuracy, so I want them having a gun as well. Come on, I know I saw another one here that was good. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. We don't use grenades that often. We'll use them liberally here, because none of it matters. Let me try to refresh this, because I don't know why it did that. It wants to take my chat away from me. Alright. Okay, let's see. Medkits. I need to make sure we have medkits, too. Because need to make sure we can heal people. I think everything's still up and running, but my internet's definitely acting weird. Can you guys, everything's still good? I've got you up in chat now, so just give me a heck yeah or a heck no if everything's still, you can still hear and see me, so. Shut up, Hailraiser. I guess, yeah, don't mess up the whole game at stake. Okay, so I'm guessing you're still hanging, or you're still able to see and hear me then, so. That's good timing. Okay. And obviously, this is just, yeah. And normally extra clips don't make any damn difference, because you never use them. But this would be the time that I don't have them, you know, with extra clips, and someone would wind up desperately needing it. I clicked the wrong button. Thankfully, that's a quick fix. Now that I remembered, I can just go back and fix it. Clip 2 smokes 2 and a... Okay. You're overweight because you're weak. Okay, and since you don't have a med kit, you will be extra. And you're apparently pathetically weak, so you're just getting one of everything. Yeah, and there'll be enemy guns and clips available as well, absolutely. So, it's not essential, but... Okay. We got the 2 hover tank plasmas, the hover tank launcher. We used some of those launcher bombs in the base defense. HWP, we need to make a couple more of those real quick. We need to make 3 more just to ensure that if we use somehow 8 on the surface, we still have 8, or else it won't deploy it for the interior. Let me just... Glad I caught that. Tell me my bombs are done. That's all I care about, game. Okay. Alright, go to base. Equipped craft. Sky Ranger. Okay, I don't need to equip the bombs, it just has them. Tank laser cannon. This is the Sky Ranger. I don't know why I'm looking at the Sky Ranger. Okay. Have I stalled long enough? Oh, the heavy lasers. Glad I went back in here. That actually reminds me. Yes, this is taking a while. I'm making sure we're ready for this. What I can do with some of these people who are a little bit weaker. Yeah, this'll work. They are going to be specifically designated. You are too weak. That's the only, you know, that's the problem with the heavy laser, is it is much heavier than the heavy plasma, but these people are going to be specifically for helping deal with sectopods, potentially. You don't have a good enough firing accuracy. Yep. Yeah, he didn't have an extra clip anyway. It's like he was ready for it. Okay. This is it. I really wish my chat online would give me my stream manager page back, since I'm going to the last mission and I'd like to be able to see everything properly. But I still got you guys up over here. I can see your chat there. I can see we got people hanging out. All right, here it goes. Final mission. This is all or nothing. We lose here, the whole campaign is lost because we cannot reload. And this is a one and done mission. You win it, you win. You lose it, you lose. And there's no reloading on Iron Man. Your Avenger craft is landed on the region of Sidonia on the surface of Mars. Our information indicates that one of the pyramid's constructions contains a green access lift to an underground complex. Once you have assembled all your soldiers in the lift area, click on the abort mission icon to continue to the next stage. Whew. Now, on the surface here, we will be dealing with exactly... let me double check. Ah! Stop dragging my cursor over, game. Sorry. 20 aliens. 16 sectoids, 4 cyber discs. We are not in a corner. We are on an edge, though. We are on a corner to the north. That's actually good. Okay, my cursor is doing its thing again. I'm just going to save and reload right into that. Because if my cursor misses, gets jerked around like that, and I lose because of it. Okay, and instead of this glitching through the roof, we're just going to drop it at our feet. Okay. No movement on the first turn. They have all their time units. I don't want them killing a tank, obviously. Whereas normally I'm okay with tanks dying. You know, because it happens. I need these tanks to at least live into the second phase. And we'll kind of see how bad the mind control, you know, if the sectoid commanders land mind stuff on us, then we're in trouble. Oh my god, we're right in it. Holy crap. The access lift is right there. Ha! Well, that's about as lucky as you can get. We don't have to fight barely anything on the surface here. We just go in. We just need to blow a hole in that so the hover tanks can get inside, and we're going. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's speedrun lucky right there, baby. One down, 19 more, but we're not going to have to fight them all. Holy crap. Alright, now we got room for the hover tanks to get in. I mean, we can literally just rush in. Yeah, don't you... Oh my god, that hover tank took half its health there. As long as there's not one standing on the lift, which I don't think there ever is. Of course there is now! Of course there is now, game! You know what? Yeah. We got an easy way to deal with this fucker. Don't kill something of mine. Okay. Now there's plenty of room for the tanks to get inside. This tank is very weak. We need to smoke it, if possible, to hopefully cover it. Oh, you can't get out because he's in the way now. I was like, why isn't the tank moving? Okay. It might take a reaction shot from whatever's over there, but... That's as close as I've ever seen it that I can recall. Maybe I've seen it closer, you know, once in the past, but just don't remember it. Like, I'm sure you could land and be looking at it. But that's got to be quite rare. Oh, what are you seeing? Okay, it's a cyber disc. Well, it's definitely fired at least twice already. And one heavy plasma shot could drop it. Yeah, that is the bane of my existence, is that I have to say something and jinx myself every time. There is rarely a sectoid actually on the final access lift. It's obviously can happen. There's no way of saying it's impossible because we just saw it, but I'm not going to rush these guys out until, I mean, I guess I need to start moving some of them closer. Okay, I mean, if you can get around the corner... The problem is over here. I don't have vision over there. And I don't have a way to smoke that area. You know what I can do, though? I can blaster launcher and get some light smoke to cover for that direction. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. What I want to do is I want to cover this area in smoke before I try to march everyone inside. If you walk up to the edge, do you have time units to fire? Yes, you do. Walk them to the edge so that they can't accidentally hit the ship on the first bad waypoint. At least it would take 2. So this is just to try to get, maybe kill something over here and then get some smoke. Even though it's not as dense as smoke grenade smoke. Of course it missed a waypoint. That's okay. This is already a really good opportunity. I don't want to lose a hover tank, especially because I'm pretty sure that the one that got damaged was the launcher. Yeah, I'd really rather that didn't die, but if we have to go in without the launcher because it takes another hit, well, there's nothing we can do about it, so it really has nothing to do with what I accept. We don't have a choice. We're all in here, baby. But we're prepared. Damn it. Now, this is the first turn where the aliens have full access to our location, at least on some soldiers, because we've fired guns at them. So, if they're going to psionically attack us, it'll be now. Now, all these guys have good psi strength, and the commanders, the sectoid commanders, aren't great at the attacks, compared to the you know, ethereals anyway. They're good, but... And the fact that they're not psionically assaulting us right now is, I am not going to go through the 5 stages of grief because we are going to win. The launcher is alive. Don't get shot, don't get shot, don't get shot! I'm moving it, just don't get shot! Holy crap, no! No, you don't see 2 aliens. Nope. I don't accept that. That sectoid survived. I tried to move it forward. I didn't want it to be too close to here, but I moved it forward, so hopefully it would kill him, and you can see the ground he's standing on isn't damaged because he survived. He didn't take a hit there. Whatever. Alright, you are the weakest person standing on all the gear. Of course you are. Yeah, I know you see the sectoid there. We're getting the people important inside first. Okay, I know there's a sectoid there. Well, you have enough time units to throw a grenade forward, but I don't need smoke in front of us. I need smoke to the left. Well, that's not perfect, but... Okay, Pankov, you're a crack shot. This is easy. That's what I'm talking about. That's a soldier I can depend on right there. Oh, I'm so nervous. I've beaten this game before, but this is the only time I've ever had anyone else watch me potentially fail on the last mission. So... I'm expecting a whole bunch of fire to come from over there. That would be fitting right now. Of course, you're fully inventoried up. So are you. Cool. Now, if an alien, like, blaster launchers us standing on this lift, I might cry. I don't even know if any of the sectoids on the surface carry blaster launchers. I know the information exists. I don't think that they do, but I think it's just because, like, all of the ethereals inside, at least half of them carry launchers, so... One domed alien, absolutely. Pankov there's a pretty good shot. He's been a good soldier since before we evaluated his psi strength, and I was very pleased that his psi strength was good. His is actually quite high. I think it's a 92. And like we talked about briefly earlier, the only reason I psi-evaluated soldiers was just for defensive purposes, because I'm obviously not using psi amps, so... Okay, you can go a little further. Did I... Okay, it was the other guy primed and dropped a grenade. That would be so traumatic. You have no idea. It's not gonna happen. It doesn't matter, because it's not gonna happen. See, I don't even see any aliens over here. It's perfectly fine. We're clear. We're good. Everything's gravy. Easy end turn, no concerns. Do I look concerned? I'm not concerned. The fact that we're not facing any psionic attacks is good. It means that our psi strength is to the point that the aliens, at least the ones on the surface, wouldn't even succeed at the range they're at. Which means the ethereals... Son of a bitch! Okay, they started to use it, but they didn't succeed. Because I don't even think... that scared me so bad. Because there's people here with freaking fully loaded blaster launchers in hand. That means we're gonna, obviously, we knew we'd face psionic attacks in the base once we get inside, but, I wish I had one of the heart meters that could show you guys my heart rate right now. And like I said, I've beaten this game dozens of times before. I speedran it, I've done Superhuman playthroughs, I've done Iron Man Superhuman playthroughs. This is not a first for me. But... I'm still sitting here nervous. Taste your mind, we taste your fear. Hey, no one even got a morale deficit, so whoever they assaulted, they didn't even get anything on. The problem here is I'm pretty sure I have one guy standing in the ship who still has a blaster launcher and hasn't... Could they get here in this turn? They can. Go. Go. We're done on the surface. We don't have to kill these guys. We're not gonna kill these guys. Go. We out. Stage 1 complete. Now that's the easy part. The pyramid lift takes your battle-weary soldiers. They're not that battle-weary. Deep below the planet's surface. They arrive in the heart of a large complex of tunnels and chambers. The alien brain is hidden somewhere in the labyrinth. It must be destroyed if the Earth is to be saved from alien enslavement. Good luck! And this soundtrack. My heart is like racing. It's... We only used a couple smokes. We got inside. Now we just have to hope for a good base layout. Tanks don't. This tank only has 18 health. I don't think your soldiers do either. Alright, give me just a second. I'm going to tab over real quick. That's going to screw with my cursor. I'll fix it. Sorry, it's going to drag you guys to the corner. Ah! And I'm going to have to do this real quick. I just want to make sure that... Because my chat screwed up, so I'm making sure OBS looks good still. And let me just save and reload so that my cursor isn't bugged. Want to make sure everything's good. Okay. Now, how close are our deployment zones? They do not look close. Okay, they're not that far apart. If we get a good base layout here, this could go super quick. But if we get a bad base layout... Okay, two Celatids. It's not that dangerous right off. Okay, so we're at an edge. There are 31 aliens inside this base, and 9 of them are ethereals that all have psionic capabilities. So yeah. I should have reloaded those people before we came down. The blaster launcher wielders. These things should die in a single hit, but they won't if I use a snapshot. Yeah. Never fails. Well, you can go back up. One mind control here could be the death of us, especially if they manage to hit a blaster launcher wielder. But I mean, this is it right here, so I'm not gonna not take chances. Every alien we eliminate is something we don't have to worry about further. Now, sectopods are what I don't want to reveal. Is this it? I don't see the door. No. Okay. So this is the other one. This is the storage area that has the door down here, and then the hallway. Damn. That's the one that can trick you into thinking it's the command center, or the brain area. But the one we're looking for, the door is on the north. It's on, like, this facing of a wall. So this is just a storage, one of those corridors that leads up to 4 storage rooms. Alright, step off the lift, so you can't. So the tank can't go down this turn. I need to be very deliberate and not rush this. This is too important. But I also don't want troops bunched up in the event that someone gets mind controlled and chucks a grenade or fires off a blaster bomb. One of the strategies to deal with that is to not have the blaster launcher operators carry ammo and just have a designated ammo mule walk with them to pass them ammo on the turn that they fire. Okay, so doesn't look like we got a very good base layout, but we have another deployment zone still to kind of look at. 2 of our blaster launchers are here. This one is loaded. Tank can't go down this turn because that guy's stuck on the lift, but we'll move it close. Whew, I'm nervous. Alright, what are we seeing? Okay, they're on the edge. Okay, so we're actually not that far apart. Okay. But yeah, this is the storage area, not the command center. Is this, potentially? Oh, what do you see? Sectopod. First one we've seen this campaign because we face so few ethereals on Earth. And of course, no one over here has a laser. Okay, we do have one of the heavy lasers over here. Shooting at this thing is stupid right now, but let's see if we get lucky. Okay. Okay, my chat's back up over here. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna make sure if I tab out like that, it doesn't drag my screen, because I'm a smart guy who realized, oh yeah, stop doing that. Make sure my streamer dashboard is up so I can see everything. Mead, thank you for the follow. Because my stream dashboard was down, I didn't realize that you followed a few minutes ago. Thank you so much. I didn't see the notification because I was only watching chat on my phone until my connection came back up. But thank you so much for stopping by and for that follow. That means so much. Okay, and if I missed anything while my chat was down and I was just looking at it on my phone, I apologize. And I'm obviously focusing on this right now. No. Just focusing on this right now, too. Oh my fucking god! Of course there's a sectopod right there. Why wouldn't there be? That hurt my heart! Ugh! Yeah, you got here right at the end of the campaign. I think I'm gonna get an ulcer. Ugh. 2 sectopods right there. Okay, so there's a maximum of 4 sectopods, I think, on Superhuman. Well, not a maximum. Like, it's a set number. There's 4 sectopods on Superhuman. Because I'm pretty sure beginner is 1 on the final base. There's 1 sectopod. And then the next 2 difficulties are 2, genius is 3, and Superhuman is 4. So it's a set number for the final base. And shooting plasmas at them is just a good way to waste ammo, so I'm not going to do it. And they'll shoot up the lifts. These guys are at risk down here, but you know what? If I move them into this corner... Alright. Gives us a little more vision. This thing can't see anyone immediately. This one might still be able to see this guy, but I doubt it. We're going to leave your launcher unloaded for now, but you still have ammo, so you're still a threat, but... I mean, he's got 96 and 22. He's the least of the ones that are going to be targeted. The good thing is the aliens will focus their psionic attacks on the weakest characters first, so... Now, we hit the end turn and we see if we get a bunch of mind controls, and that kind of determines if we even have a chance here. Because I still haven't found the command center. Once I find the command center, I can rush it and try to just blow up the brain. I'd like to get it on screen, get a visual of it, but... Oh my god, my heart. It hurts. This is going to be... I'm waiting for the mind control sound. Oh, and there's 5 chrysalids to deal with here, too, so we have to watch for those. There's 4 celatids. We killed 2. There's 5 chrysalids. Yep. There's a chrysalid. No! Oh my god. So someone got targeted but didn't get mind controlled. We'll see if they got panicked. We'll check everyone's morale as we go through. Oh, that thing got so close to a guy with a launcher. Okay, not you because... Okay, our commander is one of the, apparently the weakest size strength soldiers we have, because you can see by their morale gauge there, they got targeted by the panic. Okay, that thing's not even dead, damn it! Now I have to still watch for it, because it's not dead. It's only unconscious. Sucks. I'll have to grenade it if I can't, you know. Alright, try to save units for... Okay, now we know we've got sectopods over here to deal with. Ah! Alright, we'll see if the heavy laser was worth it. Nope. Oh my god. Yes! That's why we brought the heavy lasers, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. And the flying armor defended against the damage. I'm so pumped, and I've only killed one sectopod. That's our first sectopod this campaign. I'm pretty sure this is dead end, but we need to... Yeah! What's up, chrysalid? One shot, bag him. Easy. Ah! He didn't die! Still, that was good. I should have just moved him down. I don't know why I stepped him off. Because I need him to look up here. Okay, nothing in that hallway. Oh, my heart's gonna give out before this mission's over, guys. And I've played this so many times, I shouldn't be nervous. I've beaten this game at least a dozen times. I'm not shooting at that sectopod with a plasma weapon. Okay. That's why you bring heavy lasers. Because sectopods take 150% damage from laser weapons. And a heavy laser is a heavy laser weapon. Go figure. There's gonna be something behind this door. I'm shocked that there isn't. Still don't see the command center anywhere. And our commander is being targeted by psionic attacks. Nope, we're not scared at all, you alien scumbags. We're perfectly content and assured of our capacity to wipe you out for good. So you just sit there and be smug about it. You know what? We brought this thing pretty much to do one thing. Potentially take out sectopods. Let's see if we get it. It either hit something in the hallway or it just didn't make it. And either one is whatever. I don't care. Okay, you're gonna check up here just to make sure. Nice. The deployment zones are relatively clear of aliens, which is good. This guy definitely still has enough movement to get all the way around, so he's still a threat. But the fact that only one target got psionically assaulted is a good sign. It gives me a little tiny glimmer of hope. I'm not going to reload this guy yet. Next turn I'll reload and fire with them if I have a viable target. Same with this. Well, this guy... Okay, I could fire a shot off with them now. You know what? We're going to try it. This sectopod is a threat. We don't need to save ammo. We need to kill bad guys. So... That was a celatid or a silicoid, because the scream wasn't that of an ethereal or a chrysalid. And that damaged this thing, but it didn't kill it. Earth is in flames as you're here. All hope is lost. Nah, I don't buy it! You can't trick me with your alien propaganda. You're just trying to save your sorry hides from inevitable death at the hands of the greatest squad that XCOM has ever put together. Get these guys away from each other. Since I know this area is clear back here, I can put a blaster launcher wielder back there. Alright. We are pretty much fully deployed now from the landing, or from the entry areas. I'm going to move this up a little bit more. Okay, silicoid, not really a threat. I'll move back just so hopefully it can't get too much melee in. And we'll see if the commander gets mind-controlled or panicked here. Panic would be whatever. Mind-controlled would suck just because they do have a heavy plasma. But killing aliens has gotten her morale back up pretty high. So, we are Legion, you are few. You see how many of us there are? We have flying suits and heavy lasers. Shut up. Ah! That's the sound of my nightmares. No, that's a... Shut up! Stop it! Ah! Scumbag spitter! You walk back, bitch. No. Good shot. Okay. Couple panics. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. We're fine. That only killed one of those fucking chrysalids. Oh, come on, man. I need you to kill things. Okay. Is this the brain center? Nope, it's another frickin'... You suck. Whew, okay. There's another chrysalid alive over here. We're just gonna kind of have to watch and hope reaction goes off. 2 panics isn't actually that bad. Panicking, the fact that they're attempting panic on us means that mind control's not gonna work until we're closer. But as we get closer, they have a much stronger chance of mind control working, which is why we'll scout. That thing's still alive. We'll scout mostly with the tanks. And so far, we're holding up, you know, relatively well. There's a chrysalid over here, isn't there? Because we shot at it. Is that another celitid? Nope, it's another silicoid. I thought there was another... Oh, that was over here. That was the one that ran up here. Okay. There was 2 rooms just like this close to each other. Ah, there he is. Okay. Well, that's why you're here. That thing's only unconscious. Sorry if I don't see chat right away, guys. Obviously, I'm going to focus pretty hard on what we're doing here. I still need to find the command center. Because as soon as I find that, if I need to, I can just start bombarding it with blaster bombs to force our way in. So... the fact that we face about a dozen psi attacks over the intern and only a couple of those resulted in panic is... overall pretty good. There's a chrysalid over here we need to... he's gonna turn somebody. We'll just have to hope we can see where he goes, because that's about the best we're gonna do is keep eyes on him. Alright. We know we've got a silicoid over here on the ground. Not a big threat. Commander recovered, but if she gets too close, she'll be a liability, because she was the first one they targeted. They're targeting other units now because our distance is closer to them. Come on. Land a shot, Sergeant. Jesus. It's all or nothing here, man. Get with it. I got plenty of bombs for now. Whatever. It gives me some lighting. Humans are so tasty. Ha 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 ha. Shut up! Alright. Is there anywhere else we know something is alive other than this thing? I mean, we could try to get a shot over there. We probably can get a shot over there. If we go here, here. I'm risking losing some of my own troops here to this, but, you know, there's still a chrysalid out here, too, so maybe just impacting... No, because that'll count it as the level above. Let's see if that works. Ah! Of course it blew up and damaged this guy instead of any aliens. Oh goodness, the myth passing is so close. It got mostly there. This guy's probably dead. Just given he's already wounded and this thing is super close and there's a chrysalid over here, but... We're gonna lose. They're all dead anyway. It's a suicide mission. As long as one of them lives to the end. Alright. Let's see how this goes. My heart, it hurts. Panic is fine. Nice reaction shot. Yeah, they're focusing on panicking us right now. There's the other two sectopods. Berserk could be bad if he shoots someone. Okay. Okay, so 2 Berserks. And this guy lived. Overall, I'm very pleased with that. I thought there was another chrysalid over here, damn it. I'm not. I was shooting the walls. I'm destroying your home. Alright, gotta find the command center. What do you see? The sectopod? Aha! Aha! So there's a hole in the floor. I need to... If I can get a blaster bomb up there... Can you shoot at either of them? That guy's got a blaster launcher. Oh, damn it, that would have been great. There's a hole in the floor here, obviously, that he's seeing them through. And if I can track a missile through it, I can kill both of those. But I've got to be able to figure out... I think the hole is right... Let me get a single unit targeted. I'm pretty sure the hole is right here. We got multiple blaster launchers. You know what? We'll try with the blaster bomb... Or the tank first. Let's see if we can get one up there. Let's see. That would be the sickest missile. Thread the needle through the ceiling. Come on. Got one of them. The guy with the blaster launcher. And one thing you can do, if you inflict enough damage on a turn, you can cause the aliens to not try to do their psi attacks. They'll spend their time units either panicking or trying to do other things. Maybe there wasn't another chrysalid over here, because I'm not freaking seeing one. Okay, we know there's a sectopod over here. This is not... And one over here. This is not the command center. Is this it? Just trying to scout with the cursor and see if I can see the command center, but... Alright. No point spending time. Let's just get to it. That's one ethereal dead. There are 9 in this base, including 5 commanders. What's he seeing? I can't tell what that is. Well, move closer so I can see what it is. Alright. Silicoid. Sectopod. Alright. I got the thing right here for you, Sectopod. Yes! And the silicoid's not a threat. So that's 2 sectopods taken down, and we know where the other 2 are. Here, and we saw the other one moving over here. Let's make it 3 sectopods down. Come on, baby. Yeah, that one's not dead, but it's down for now. Obviously, it can't drop its weapon. So that's 1, 2, there's only 4, 3, and the 4th one's over here. So we know where those are. They're obviously not the biggest threat. This guy is. Visible threat. Obviously, there's more than just this freaking ethereal as a threat, but that's why they're getting assaulted, because this guy's close enough to them that he's able to get attacks off on them. I got a blaster launcher over here, but okay, let's get you out of the way and get me a little bit of scouting, and let's move you back, and let's move you over here just to make sure there's nothing back here. And I'm also clearing out room so that I can fire this bomb. Yes. 2 ethereals eliminated. At minimum, 2 eliminated. So 7 more. Slow and steady. Gotta take it slow. I'm not a speedrunner. Been 4 years since I even played this game until 3 weeks ago. We've made it this far. I'm expanding a little bit just so I have a little more scope of view. Also, one thing you can kind of gauge is where groups of ethereals are based on who gets psionically attacked. Because as my soldiers get closer to them, they're going to need, they're going to be more apt to be assaulted. Okay, so the edge of the map is over here. So, like, this has to be the command center? One of these? But I can see that this is a hallway from the side instead of one from up top. So, nope, there's a hallway there. This is the command center. The brain is right here. There it is. Look, you can see it pulsing. This is the alien brain. I should have looked beginning of the turn. I could have killed this with blaster bombs. It's right here. I'd like to get it in, I'd like to get a soldier up there and actually like shoot it, but if we face too many more psi attacks, it's more important to win the run. So we might just blow through the floor and blaster launcher the hell out of this thing next turn and ensure a victory. Because what this also means is that there's 5 ethereal commanders up here, which means they're pretty close to some of my soldiers now. And there's a sectopod over here. Okay, this is going to be the turn, kind of determines. Oh my god, see, if they're panicking, that's a mind attack. We're not. Yes! If we can keep them panicking, I'll go walk into that room and shoot them. Shut up with your mind control. You suck. There's another ethereal in that upper area. Well, they got a blaster launcher shot off. They killed a tank and one of my blaster launcher wielders. That's a little unfortunate. Yeah, this guy got a blaster launcher shot off. Can you hit it, tank? Alright, you suck, tank. That's fine. Soldiers are gonna die here. Hey, man, as long as all of them don't die, it doesn't matter. The brain is right here. Ready to be destroyed. Of course, we just lost a blaster launcher. Well, we lost a soldier who was wielding one. We could go pick it up. But in the event that I don't destroy the brain, I need to kill this alien that's holding a blaster launcher up here. Hey, look, there's another one. I don't think he has a weapon on him. Can you see this guy? Take your revenge from him making you go berserk. Come on. Come on! Fucking... I know that's a hard shot to make, but... Like, you guys gotta do better than this. That was our launcher tank. Alright, Jules Jacobs. Okay, see a Celatid, no big deal. What do you see down here? Oh, the silicoid, okay. That Celatid's gonna spit on him because I just walked the wrong way. I meant to walk around this corner. I did it the wrong way. Yeah, because he doesn't have a weapon. Yeah, that's exactly what I was, you know, getting at. I think that's probably the panicked one, so... That's why I wanted you to step here. I want this guy dead. Come on! That guy was holding a blaster launcher. He wasn't unarmed. It's so hard to tell on their sprite because of the robe. They don't have arms visible on the sprite. Okay, you're just gonna stay weaponless for now. You are gonna walk down here. You see anything? How about around here? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna blow open the door. I won't, as much as I would like to visibly capture the brain, you know, and shoot it, like with a gun, I'm not gonna risk not, you know, getting a victory here if I can avoid it, so... That's 7, 8, 9. We'll blow open the door. So, let me see if I can time unit this better. I can. I can go 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Killed the guy over here. He was probably dead to the Celatid anyway, so whatever. Killed the Celatid, and we now... This could end the game right here. If this shot hits just right, this could be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Or did it? Nope. That blew the hole in the floor, though. So now it's open. That's right, because I hit the door, I didn't hit the floor. So now the floor is open. There's still this fucker up here with a launcher. He's going to kill at least 2 more people on the next turn, because I prioritize shooting the door open rather than shooting him. That's fine. That's fine. If he blaster launchers anything, it'll be this. This is a juicy target. He can hit a tank and a soldier. So I figure that's where he'll fire. Oh, put it in your hand, you dumbass. Is it loaded? It's not. Good. Then she can't screw up and kill herself with it. Or mind control or berserk with it. So we may not get to visually see the brain. And we could, I mean, this soldier is far enough away that I feel like they're out of range of being attacked. But there's 5 ethereal commanders up there. So we got 1. We killed 2 up here. That's 2, 3, 4. And then there's 3 to 5 in the... So that's all of them right there. Essentially. Anyone we didn't move or do anything with? Yep. This guy. Yeah, but you keep panicking, so you not holding a weapon is a good thing right now. Alright, this is the turn. We live through this turn, we probably end it on the next turn. As long as we got 1 or 2 blaster launchers or that hover tank alive, we should be able to get it here. Yeah, I know. Do your worst. That was the blaster launcher shot we expected. The guy up top shot the soldier in the tank, because... Juicy target. Nobody got mind-controlled or panicked. Guess what, aliens? I really don't care what you see. Yeah, still not caring what you see. Can you shoot the brain? She got it! Yeah! We won. I didn't get to visually see it because it was just more important to win. So, I've beaten this game a dozen times at least before, and that's the best feeling win I've ever had. Because I got to share it with some awesome folks. As you enter the chamber, you see the alien brain, the object of your quest. Before you can fire, it communicates to you via a screen at its base. It implores you to listen. I didn't read fast enough. Thanks everybody for hanging out and enjoying this success with us. It's always a little anticlimactic because I didn't kill all the ethereals and walk into the throne room, but she could see the brain. I just took the chance. Thank you all for hanging out. This has been so much fun. We gotta win. We went damn near full stream time today for that. Here in the center of Martian civilization, the pyramids were built millions of years ago. So this basically kind of sets up TFTD. They talk about how the aliens have existed for millions of years, and the lore is such that as this base, as you kill the brain, it sends a signal to the aliens that are dormant in the depths of the oceans on Earth, and lets them know that the humans wiped them out and to take revenge. And so the aliens wake up in the depths and start building up their armies and their ships. And that's exactly how it happened, except she shot through the floor. The alien brain is interrupted by a burst of hot plasma. Damn right it was. So yeah, they just sent out the distress signal to the aliens in the depths of the oceans. They're waking up and preparing, and tomorrow we'll start TFTD. We'll be doing a Superhuman Ironman playthrough of TFTD, and maybe we get to close that one out with a victory too, because that would be awesome. Research allows humanity to flourish once more. Yeah, for about 60 years, and then everything goes belly up. Difficulty, superhuman. Average monthly ratings, pretty high. Total income, 494 million. Missions accomplished, 89. We only failed 7. That's not bad. 22 night missions. Soldiers recruited, 272. Soldiers lost, 196. Killed 916 aliens. Average accuracy, 30%. I believe that. Deadliest alien, the Muton. We faced them a lot, yeah. Longest months in service, 13. That was almost from the beginning of the game then. Like 2 months in. Sick days. UFOs detected, 445. Alien bases discovered, 9. Countries infiltrated, 7. Craft owned, 15. Scientists hired. I fired all the scientists at the end. I had 100, but I fired them all at the end. That was awesome. We got the victory. Superhuman Ironman playthrough. That is not an easy game, and that is not an easy way to play it. You guys are awesome. I'm so happy I was able to get that victory. She had enough time units. She was close enough. So it made sense to have her just pop it. So I am going to throw you guys over to a fellow member of our little community here who is also a streamer, Mayhem, or Bash Bro, that you guys have seen in the chat a couple times. He's about to wrap up his stream time soon, but I know he's been coming back to streaming recently. He streamed pretty successfully a while ago, but he's been coming back to it, and I know he's looking to get a little bit more traction, so you guys show him some love for me, please. And we will be back tomorrow for our TFTD run start. Don't expect it to go smoothly. You saw how many soldiers we got killed here. And we'll be doing a $25 Steam gift card giveaway to commemorate the fact that you guys got us to affiliate so fast. So thank you all for hanging out. Have an awesome night. I'll see you guys here tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central U.S. time for some Terror from the Deep. And we'll see you here in the Echo where everybody has a voice. Take care.